Here it is again. It drives me nuts. I'm getting over being sick. My voice got better, as we already saw in some of my other videos. It got back to normal. But coaching Friday Night Lights football and having bad referees causes me to yell a little bit where I'm unfriendly with the refs. Now, I keep my cool, no profanity, nothing like that. But when you see outrageous calls and we don't get them, I do let the refs know what's going on. So my voice is bad. And then we went to Chuck E. Cheese today for my grandson's birthday party. My grandsons, both of them, 4 and 2. And so, singing, laughing, having a good time. My voice is just done. But today we're going to be doing live. We're doing the, yeah, my voice is still bad. We're doing the Fred Sanford has a baby. Yes, this one's so hysterical. This one always cracks me up. We get Bubba. See, the more I cough, or the more I laugh, the more I cough, which makes it really hard to film episodes for our channel. I just did one for our members only. I filmed that yesterday. My voice wasn't as bad. Edited it, it's up. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. I had no plans on doing the Sanford series until we were done with Sanford and Son, which will be about 2 years. And then I was like, I'll do the Sanford series. I'll probably redo season 1 because I didn't like the backdrop. And it's season 1 when it was a new channel, new show. We were trying to figure it out. And it was, if I see the old clips, I go, I don't like it compared to my energy. I was trying to be low key, and it's like, I like being myself. So I'll probably redo season 1, breakdowns. I mean, heck, we might do the whole series again, but I definitely wanted to get Sanford because I love Sanford. And I was like, I have a game show coming out for the members only. Once we get to about 4, we need a group of people, but I have a game show with, gift cards and a season long tournaments. And, but that can't happen yet. So I said, hey, I got to get more videos for our one member. So we got that out, and now that was fun. That was so fun. And so eventually what'll happen is, hey, what's happening, Share Money? You can hear my voice. I was just saying at the beginning of the video that my voice is bad because I keep cough. I've had this bad cough since I got sick. And every time my voice gets better, I coach a football game that Friday night. And this last one we lost bad, and the officials did not help. We played horrible, like our team played horrible, but the officials missing straight holding calls right in front of the sideline with me and the ref, and I got into it. I wasn't too happy. And then I had my grandson's birthday party. So anyways, so tonight, yeah, we're doing Fred Sanford has a baby. This one, it's funny when you see season 5, I feel like some episodes in season 5, I'm like, they're okay. And other ones, I feel like they are prime Sanford and Son. Like, this is a really good episode, and we barely see Lamont. But to get Fred, and then you got Bubba and Donna, you got others who pick up the slack. It's hysterical when he goes to have the baby. And then Don, the disappearing father, when he reoccurs. And then we get Fred as the godfather. What's better than that? So what is it, 3 minutes? I'll turn mine on. We'll get started in a bit. I usually like to wait till 5 minutes in to get a couple people chances. I mean, the live show, a lot of times I can plan ahead, but this being my grandson's birthday, I was like, I don't know when we'll be done. I think I'd rather have started at 6, but we didn't get home till about almost 7. So I'm like, maybe I could have started at 7, but I couldn't chance not knowing. How's everyone doing? If you are just checking out our channel and you never watch live show, it's basically I watch Sanford and Son here with DVD. You guys watch it at home on streaming or DVDs. And hey, what's happening, Kenny? Good to see from you, man. I'm glad you're here. It's always great when we get our community members showing up. It's always great new people as well. But a lot of times, some people will come in and they think I'm just going to stream it. I'm unable to. That won't be allowed. But it's always fun when we have our community who loves the show, loves to chat, and loves to laugh about it constantly. So almost time. I'm getting mine set up. I'm trying to remember if we did this. Season 1 and 2 are on Tubi. I hope they keep them on there. Yeah, I hope they don't get rid of them. I hate it was weird. Amazon, like I used to watch it when I would do my breakdown and get clips from it. Everything would be off of Amazon. I have the DVDs, but it was so much easier when you stream it. You could just go, as opposed to changing discs. But then Amazon, it went away. It was gone, like the Sanford and Son. At least out here in SoCal, like I couldn't get it. And then it went to Peacock. And I'm like, okay, maybe NBC's trying to get its old school shows back and put that because it's from NBC and it's on Peacock. All of it is. But now Amazon, you can find it on Amazon again. So I'm like, why did it even go away to begin with? I don't get that. Is that to get people to go to Peacock, and then after so long they're allowed to show rights again? It's really weird. But it's also, yeah, I know it's on Tubi, just a couple of the seasons. Um, yeah, look at all these. The Odd Father, Ebenezer Sanford. Season 5 has some, The Greatest Show on Watts. If we do 2 tonight, if we get enough people who want to do it, I would love to do The Greatest Show on Watts. That one's so funny too, with the elephant. All right, Fred Sanford has a baby. Let's get it started. It's been 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. I just hit play. I like the DVDs. You know, the last like 3 times I've watched this episode, it was on TV. And uh, when we get to it, I'll say it. But there's a part when Fred or Lamont comes out as the muscle man. They cut out on TV always. They just have Lamont get ready, and he never does the weights. Remember when it's like he goes to lift it, and Fred's like, that's what it was. He's all, I took it from 1,000 pounds to 500 pounds. And Lamont, that's always cut out on TV. So Fred just goes, they just show Lamont, and then Fred's like, oh, I'm going to lift something no one's ever lifted. And he's all, wait, I want to know what it is. And he's all, it's the elephant. And he's all, that's it, I'm done. And he pulls out the muscles. It's like, no, dude, you skipped the best parts. Oh, and we'll talk about it when we get to there, as I'll remind you, but the guy in the background, who, remember when they throw water, and it gets, Bubba throws the bucket of water, and it gets on Mr. Quincy? The guy next to him who's kind of bald, and he gets wet too, he's trying so hard not to laugh. He was in, yeah, it's so funny. I love that part, Share Money, but they always cut it on TV. But that guy in the back, I think he's wearing a pink shirt. He's in What's Happening Now, season 1, where Raj is dressed like a woman. He keeps coming on to Raj because he thinks he's a girl. And he's also in Andy Griffith as a background, like when Barney gets the sidecar and they pull it, the sidecar is a prank. He's one of the few black guys in Andy Griffith. There's a woman and him always on there. So it's great to see guys from all these different series from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, even if it's a background guy. But he gets more on What's Happening Now. Mexico with 1 week. Rollo can catch anything, especially in Mexico, right? See, it's weird. Yeah, season 5, I watch it, I feel just as good as when it was season 3, right? It feels like, because season 6 is such a huge drop when it comes to the amount of work it feels like they put in. I'm always interested in what this calendar is. Looks like something from a car mechanic place. It's got some hot chick on it. You know he's going to pull the heart attack routine. Every time. I got M&Ms this time. He'll make money. Not make any money. Fred, right? To me, it's not fair for Lamont to put, oh, he just bet him $20. You know 100% Fred will do anything. He'll make a profit. He'll make a profit. The biz whiz of Watts. But remember, Fred started this whole company. He got all this. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if he lives in Watts. He's got a home and a business. He is a success in life. I'll take that. That's a success to me. And he did this before Lamont helped him. So Lamont now might do the work. But heck, at this stage, Fred's like 66, 67. Lamont needs to cut him some slack. I love Rollo. He looks like a guy who is going fishing. It's weird to not see Rollo in a suit, right? He's in like a denim jacket. One ear and out the other. Yeah, very true, Share Money. It is. It's like Fred at this stage, he just shouldn't have to be bringing in profits. That's your job, Lamont. Keep the business going. He'll make money. Just like that. Fred needs to sit down and watch some TV first. That's my answer for things now. I'm like, oh, I gotta go sit down. See? TV helped Fred. I gave him an idea. Another G. The G must mean stand for genius. I always wonder when they do that. When he goes, let me speak to LA. Like, remember he started doing that, was it season 4? When he's like, he'd call and he'd be like, is this LA Times? Let me speak to LA. Or what's the other one? He's got a bunch of them, remember? Separate and equal to. Like when he goes and he's all, hello, is this the Herald Examiner? Let me speak to Harold. Rent out your room that belongs to Sonny. Old people got a lot of feelings. Yeah, the Herald Examiner, remember? Let me speak with Harold. Look at that old school remote, man. That thing's so funny. It's crazy as a remote. I grew up without a remote. I tell my kids all the time. Like if we watch, they're watching an episode with me. If he doesn't have, they turn the TV. I'm like, yeah, man. Sometimes you'd sit and something would be on TV and you'd be like, this is okay. I don't feel, you're laying down on the couch. I'm like, I'm not getting up. I could deal with this, you know, as long as it wasn't like news or something boring. I'm like, you know, now you can just keep flipping, flipping, flipping. Space Command. What's Space Command, George? Is that on the remote? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a fist bump? There you go, Steele. Fred's excited. Donna's there, and there's no Lamont. He's like, I got the place to myself. Yeah, I know, huh? Dude, now we can put our phone on the TV. That's what's crazy. Like, I can literally have videos of my kids. Oh, Fred's Remote. Is that what it was called? Didn't he say that before, George, in another episode? I know the one where he's like, he can zoom in and he's like, hi, Lucy. Now I can see what color the Waltons are. Hey, what's up, Mike? You big dummies. No, don't worry about being late. We started like 5 minutes. Right now we're at, Fred has a baby, and it's where he's kissing Donna on the couch. Donna just got there, Lamont. Now she's knocking at the door, and she's pregnant lady's here. Yeah, Fred's like, no, this is the perfect time. Oh, you got back from the hospital? Everything going well, Mike? I hope so. I know you were there recently. She goes walking in. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh, Mike. So you're home, so I'm taking it means you're better. Yeah, you need to get some rest. You need Donna over to help you out. Yeah, same. That's good, Mike. You got plenty of time. The baby ain't coming. The baby ain't coming. 6 weeks, you got plenty of time. Fred should just do it. He's got the money in the bag. He's going to get money for renting a room, and he's going to get the 20 bucks from Lamont. It's funny, all Red Fox's characters usually say, you know, unless it's his girlfriend, he doesn't like hugging. Even on the Red Fox show, which I've been watching, even though it's kind of cheesy, I'm addicted to watching just the 5 episodes. His foster daughter in that, she goes to hug him, and he's like, no, he doesn't like hugging. And then she's like, you do now, and she kind of hugs him, and he hates it. It's a good trait. I like that. I like that character in Red Fox. Oh, goes into... goes into... This is one of the funniest things. First time I ever saw this, because I didn't know. I'm like, what the heck is Gazinda? Like, 2 goes into 4. Goes into 4. 4 goes into 8. 5 goes into the... Yeah, what if the baby doesn't have a calendar? Share money, remember the baby comes early. Goes into 5 goes into your lips. This one they made Bubba look. I hate when they give him that fake gray because Bubba was already in his 60s in real life. But sometimes they put so much on. Yeah, that's funny, Mike. Yeah, you believe Bubba's in his second childhood? That's where we're at right now when Lamont calls. Hey, if you look at the background when Lamont's talking, that window and that curtains remind me of the house in we just watched on Lamont as Othello, right? That'd be funny if the dad was there. He's like, "Are you talking to that strange man again?" That's what it looks like. Bubba. Bubba just came to... I love when Bubba does the girl voice, but he even twists his body like he's all feminine. He even... So when he's doing his character roles, he even gets the body into it. Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny. A double date and her mom for me. How the heck? Look at Fred. Every time he's got the 3 degrees making him breakfast and cleaning the house. Now he's got Luella there cleaning the house, fixing food, and he's charging them her rent. That's how much of a player Fred is. And a pickle. I'm Mary. I love Bubba, man. Bubba's good in this. I wish Bubba could have went with them to the hospital. That would have been funny. You want my pickle? That sounds nasty. Like the sundae looks good, but I love pickles. But I am not having it with whipped cream from a chocolate sundae. Oh, I can't wait till he gets to the hospital. When the guys are talking to him, he said, no, it's not mine. It's just a girl who's living with me. It feels so real, too. Red Fox does such a good job of just like, hey, man, no, it's not what you think. Yeah, oh, we got a jar. But I hate it. Sometimes my wife buys different kinds. We experiment. Some of them are nasty. Yeah, I didn't either. Share money. I'm guessing it's even if it's a pregnant thing where you're like, she's pregnant so she likes weird foods. That would just be then. She says it's one of her favorites of all time. So it's like, that means she always has a pickle and ice cream. Yeah, Mike, jump up on the table. He got the diaper. I wonder, is this Fritz? No, I keep forgetting. This is not Fritzy Burr's first episode. This is season 5. She was probably in season 4. Oh yeah, Mike, I love that. That's the only way I'll eat celery. I cannot eat celery without having peanut butter on it. It just, it's too much. Peanut butter gives it flavor and doesn't make it stick into my teeth for so much. One of the few times we get Hoppy and no Smitty. Remember the TV Holic? He gets it. This one he gets it. I think there's another one where he comes without him when he comes with the other cop. It is so good, Mike. That's the only way. Like I said, I can't have celery without it. He's all, to protect and serve. It's too late to protect. Hoppy's so good. I love Hoppy. I know. When George, when he does that, he gets up there. Her face, she's all. Her eyes are all big. She looks so evil. Well, I never. They bust that line out all the time with Fritzy. Well, I never. Not with anyone in their right mind. Hoppy faints. He can't even drive a pregnant woman to the hospital. Yeah, Mike, see? We all know it. That's Fred's answer. Not with anyone in their right mind. Remember, Hoppy needs it. This reminds me of I Love Lucy. When Ricky goes in with Lucy and Ricky's in the wheelchair. He needs it. Here, Fred's taking it. Fred can't take this. He knows that. Fred always has a plan. Fred does. Or a scheme. His plans usually work out. His schemes usually don't. They backfire. Hoppy looks like he's gonna pass out still. He's all, I'd rather be out fighting crime, shooting guys and arresting people than to bring a woman here for a baby. Oh, that's where you're at? Okay. Well, I never. I wonder why. Was it in a lot of shows, Steel? Yeah, it's not used in a lot of shows. The only time I hear it now is when we watch the old stuff. Yeah. I don't care if the woman came out of El Segundo. He's all shiplets. Shiplets. That's the name of the father. Fritzy Burr always puts up a good fight. Kind of like Esther, but Esther's better because I believe Esther can beat him up. Fred will take Fritzy Burr anytime. Yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Mrs. Florence Knight and Buzzard. See? She's like, I didn't ask to be here. I'm not surprised. Oh, here we go. Yeah, when she had the gold Bible in there, Mike, she hits him with the purse. I love it. He's all, didn't I see you on Medical Story? Didn't you play a bedpan? Oh my gosh. I wish in real life I was smart enough to come back with these kind of lines anytime you're arguing with someone. Like, the only way I could come up with any of these is to steal it from the show. I mean, I know it's written, but even the writers had to think of it. That's so funny. But yeah, remember she hits him, Mike, with her purse with the gold-plated Bible, and then has to give him CPR. He's like, you hit me. That's how my voice feels like Fred. In that episode, his voice is so hoarse. Fred smashed his whole cigarette pack. I love this. Have a cigar. Take two. Fred takes them all. Yeah, Esther was actually, remember she waited outside the whole time. Usually Fred is the nice guy in the end, even though he doesn't like her. Esther's usually, oh, I love that. No, it's not my wife, it's just a girl living with me. The guy in the middle in the green sweater who's doing two cigarettes, he was Rerun's football coach in What's Happening in season 1. I can't remember if he was in 2 episodes, but he was the one who wanted to coach, or was football coach for their high school they went to. Here we go. This is when she teaches him. I never had any of these when I was going to the hospital for my kids. Lessons with the nurses. Oh, Luella just got there, Mike. Yeah, you're probably about halfway through. After this, we'll talk for a bit, and then we could probably watch a second one. I want to watch The Greatest Show in Watts. Yeah, season 5, because I watched season 5 and 6. The guy with the blue sweater was Fred's relatives in the wedding party. Oh, see, I didn't know. I didn't catch that. Thank you, Share Money. When we get to this episode, I got a little fun fact right there. That won't be for like another year and a half. I got to remember that. There, he's jump up on the table. Look at her face. Like you said, was it George? I think George said that. Not with anybody in the right. I love the guys in the background. They're busting up. The guy from the episode Share Money you said. Watch, he's like tapping the guy in the green, tapping his leg and pointing. I always love background people because they're either really laughing or they're doing something with the show to add real life to it. He must have never did Lamont's diapers. Elizabeth had to have. Yeah, a baby boy. He's got two dummies. I love when he does a cigar. Hot stuff. Look at him stick out his chest, sucking his gut. I love the cigar. When he's giving the guy his own cigar back. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Yeah, Rollo, you already ruined it trying to hook me up with some lady's mom. I like Rollo looking around when the baby cries. He's like, who was that? Fred will take a chili dog. Still got it. Yeah, George, still got it. Hot stuff, virile. But it's funny how Fred's chest goes out and his stomach goes in. Have a cigar. Look at Rollo when he leaves. He's like, he keeps double checking like, what is going on here? He's got a baby bottle. Bubba had his second childhood. I'll tell you. Lamont had an easy episode this time. He didn't have to do much. He's all, it's my fault. Like he's the dad. Donna would look good for having a baby. Great figure. What's funny is in real life, if Fred and Donna were married, they're by their ages, they still could. Fred's older, but Donna's probably, I think, in her 40s. She could still have a kid. Till the baby finishes high school. You can't do that. Yeah, look at, it's the Invisible Man. I love the way he comes in too. He's like, comes in with his hands up. He looks like Spider-Man. Like the door opens. It's like if you knock, you're usually right there and you walk in. He like runs in with his hands out. He's all, is this a Sanford residence? It always cracks me up. I'm like, who knocks at a door and enters a house like that? I remember him. I always say this because they never give a name in that episode. But I always say it. I've said it in our live show in the past, probably when we watched that, the one where Fred's playing poker. He's in that one. So I'm like, remember, Fred's the Godfather. So he probably stayed in touch with him. That's why they had him at the poker match with Rollo. He's all the guys like, Fred's like, I'm still trying to win my money back from giving it to you and your son. Oh, look at Lamont. Lamont's a big stick in the mud, dude. He let her stay there, take care of her, went to the hospital. Yeah, look at Fred. Fred's all with his innocent face. Yeah, how you like that, Lamont? Fred's a good guy. And Lamont knows Fred's a good guy. He always stands up for him. He knows that. Oh, she's going to give him a kiss now. Fred's like, no, I don't want that. Unless it's Donna or Carol. Or Carol and Donna. He doesn't want that stuff. Or Fast Fanny. Yeah, you keep out of this, Lamont. I got money to earn for the bet. That's nice. What a great... See, Fred's a great man. Oh, your browser closed? Well, that sucks, Mike. Right now, we're at the end, Mike. You probably still got more time left. Look at that, man. Gave her a free room for like 3 or 4 days. Got to help her with the baby. Took care of her. And now just got $40. Oh, now you got to re-sign into everything. Well, we're right at the end, Mike. You might as well get ready to watch. We're going to do The Greatest Show in Watts. I love it when Donna gets the cigar. Ah, what the hell. Here's one of the best when he comes down. He does a good Godfather, Fred. Donna always looks nicer. Yeah, see? Exactly, share money. He can always get a profit. Fred can do anything, man. I want to know where Fred got that suit. The jacket's a little tight around the stomach, but it looks good, man. That's a clean suit, and that's a nice hat. He's got the puppy cheeks. Donna looks nicer in season 4, 5, and 6. Like her outfits and her hair, the way she does her, everything looks nicer. She looks like her closer age than in season 1 and 2 when we see her. They make her look older and they make her dress older. I love that. Yeah, but that jacket looks too tight for Fred. They actually used it from the original God. That's one fun fact I would love to see. Did they actually use that jacket from someone on The Godfather? It was, what's his name? Not Robert De Niro. Al Pacino. Mike. Fred sneaking in Ripple. Fred Corleone. Fred Sanford Corleone. I'm going to make it an offer I can't refuse. I just watched that movie the other day. It's on, I want to say, not Amazon, Peacock. And I saw the Godfather collection. I'm like, when it's on TV, that is a movie I have to watch. I love that movie. I never get tired of that movie, no matter how many times I see it. All right, so we'll wait a bit. Does everyone want anything you want to talk about? Their weekend? How's it going? Pacino had a baby. Fred's the Godfather of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. We'll talk. We'll start. Get ready for the greatest show in Watts. Get that ready. We'll do that in like 3 or 4 minutes. We'll start that. But the tournament. Oh man, I can't believe that for a while, the first few days, it was the big party, right? And I'm like, okay, I figured that with Esther. You know, the debut of Esther, and it is pretty good. But a good point made by Clyde was he was like, you know, you get Esther in like a bunch of other episodes, and she's even better in some of those, right? But we only get one time Lena Horne. And I go, you know what? I can't vote on my own thing. But I go, if I did, I think, because originally I was like, I think I'll go Big Party. Even though I've seen Lena Horne episode probably about 50 times, the Big Party, maybe 30. Like when I was younger, I liked the Lena Horne one way more than the Big Party. But for some reason, I like Big Party later in life. But with that, I was like, you know what? Yeah. Maybe I would lean towards Lena Horne. It's the only time you get someone as big as a star as Lena Horne, and then you got Fred getting to kiss her and all the crap and drama that goes through it, and Leroy and Skillet. I'm like, yeah, I could see why that might be. And now it's at 40%. It's starting to blow it out. You know, it's like, man, it went from where it was like it was winning. Was winning the Big Party by like 4 or 5%. Then it was tie. Then Lena Horne took a small lead, and then you still had what's the first one in there? The housekeeper, the lighthouse keeper, is not doing nothing. I mean, that's got like 8 or 9%. But who was third place? Why does it escape me now? That was a really good episode too. Dang it, it slipped my mind. But anyways, we had a 3-horse race, which was exciting. And now it's anytime an event or a show gets 40%, it's most likely going to win. So it's a surprise that the Big Party's not going to make it to the next round. But as you look at it, you go, okay, Lena Horne, do I see that winning? No. So that means I don't think Big Party would have won either. It's weird. When I do these, I get so excited doing these because I'm a huge sports guy. I'm a huge competitive guy, and I love competition. So it's like you're giving me competition and facts and stats and Sanford and Son, and you're combining them, and it's like, oh my gosh, I love doing tournaments and breakdowns and all these things. But with it, you look at it, I'm like, let's take round one. Jealousy won, I think Jealousy won. So we got Jealousy. We got the Card Sharps. You know, when we did it on my family channel, Card Sharps won. Then we got a Guest in the Yard. I don't think the Guest in the Yard, it's a great episode. I don't think it's going to beat Card Sharps. I don't think it would beat Jealousy. Could it beat Lena Horne? So we got those 4 going on. We only got a couple more rounds, and then it's two finals, and then the winners of those will go heads up. So we're going to have like 6 top episodes at the end, and then a 2-way battle with those. But as we look at it, I'm like, man, who would win out of these? If I had a guess looking at these 4 right now, Jealousy, Lena Horne, Gus, Guest in the Yard, or Card Sharps, I'm going Card Sharps, just me. Like that is like if those 4 episodes are on and I'm like, I can only watch one, I'm going Card Sharps. That's usually how I determine. Like even when I do top 10 lists, whatever, I'm like, if every show was available to me and I can only choose one, I would go, oh, Mama's Baby, Papa's Maybe, all day. You got my favorite friend Grady. You got Fred. You got the most popular one and done character in show history on our channel, Big Money Grip. You got Esther, Lamont. You got the emotion. You got the That's the end all. But then after that, it is. And that's what we were talking about. Share money. You've made great points. Clyde has. George. I mean, everyone who's here at the live stream, we've all seen great points where it's like, well, this could be here and that could be here. And the show is so good that, like, if I'm a big fan of The Office, I could probably look it up and I could tell you my top five, and that would be the order. And the rest are all good. I enjoy the whole series, but I could tell you my top five. Sanford and Son, from Three's Company to I Love Lucy. I mean, What's Happening, all of them. I love all those shows. I can always tell you my top five easily. With Sanford and Son, it takes a lot to work. It's a lot of work because you're like, even my top 10 list on our channel, which was off of voting and rating. Oh, it is, Mike. It's like, that is like the be all of end all. I mean, I always say to me, I go, if I was going to meet some guy and say, hey, have you heard of Sanford and Son? Watch this show. I would say, go watch Superflyer. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like there's no backstory. You just have to know Fred and Lamont are dads. You don't care because they're not at the junkyard. Right at the beginning they are, but they're on a plane and they're flying. You just get to see Fred be completely ridiculous and Lamont do everything he can to stop him because he's so embarrassed. And I think it captures the emotion and the drama between the father and son. And yet here they are always together still with a bond. It captures the heart of Sanford and Son, but has some of the funniest scenes. So I'm like, Superflyer, go watch that if you've never seen Sanford and Son. Then go, because Papa, maybe, that one, it's like, you don't know who Grady is. You don't know who Esther is. And it's funny, but you don't know the backstory in them. You don't know how much Fred hates Esther. Like, there's things where you go, if you know them, like we do, as we've seen it 400 times, we're like, oh, yeah, dude. Oh, my gosh. It's so hysterical. But if you don't know them, you're like, it's funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, Superflyer, I feel like you don't have to know anything. And in my opinion, Superflyer is a top 10 episode. It's one of the highest rated in series history. It's like one of the few in 8.0 or higher. All right, let's get it. I'm starting mine, you guys. I don't know if you already started yours. Let's get the greatest show in Watts, which is a good one. Anytime, you get Lamont with the muscle suit, Fred, Bubba, Esther, and it's cool to see. I didn't know for years watching. I mean, it's also funny. We didn't know there was no internet, so you couldn't look things up. But I had no idea that the Bronze Goddess of Watts, like when she does the Bronze Goddess, that was a real act LaWanda Page did, like in her vaudeville days or like when she was in her 20s. It's like, that's crazy. No clue. I thought it was just something she made up. You could tell watching the show, like I remember seeing it even as a teenager going, oh, the way she's playing with fire, this isn't something she just learned. You knew she had done something with it because she's so confident and so good at it. But when you actually can look things up and learn, that's what I love having the internet for. We can find anything on almost anybody. All right, we're at the end credits for me. Saul Turtletop. That's another Bernie Ornstein. Those are another couple producers that are, and Aaron Rubin. Aaron Rubin's the one I remember the most. I always love this shirt Fred has. I wish I could get one like it from season 5. I think this is the same one. Maybe he wears in the Christmas episode, Ebenezer Sanford. But I like that shirt. Half the calories of beer, so he can have 2. That's how I think. You're trying to lose weight, and I'm like, oh, dude, if I have 12 of these M&Ms, it's this many calories. But if I have Reese's, I can only have 1. I'll take the 12 M&Ms. I'll double it, and you're like, it's still the same calories. Does Fred really think he's going to knock this guy out? Kansas City, here I come. Is that true, George? Good job, Mike. Sal is Fritzy's brother-in-law. Because someone mentioned that before. I don't know if it was Mike. Somebody said that Fritzy either had a family member or a husband or a friend who worked Saul Turtletap. Was that him on the show? And they think that's why they got her on here. I did not know that. So if that's what it is, George, thank you for teaching me. I love learning things, especially about Sanford and Son. I guess you can walk around in LA with an elephant in your backyard. He calls her, I thought he always called Esther Kong, or Kong's first wife. Now he's calling her an elephant. I never seen Fred's yard look so clean. There's usually crap everywhere, but they had to clean it out for the circus in this. Fred's all that's clever. She hasn't done nothing yet. Oops. I wonder if this actor in real life was ever trained animals. If that was his. I mean, usually animals only react to the trainer, but he did it. They're going to be slipping him peanuts. Ritter. Can you imagine that? Oh, I didn't see her. Dang it, I missed the message. Can you imagine that? Walking an elephant around town. Massage parlor. I like when he puts it on the mont's back. Jacket at the end. Make me an executive. An advertising executive. A whole year. Does Fred not think, hey, I got to feed the elephant, store the elephant? You never been to the circus? My wife doesn't like the circus. She says she believes because so many bad stories have come for how they mistreat the animals. So my wife's never been a big fan of circus. But I went as a kid. We've gone to some animal sanctuaries where they take injured animals. We've done that. I know, he should have told that to the guy who comes to say, hey, you don't have a permit. He's like, this is Aunt Esther. This is Esther. This ain't an elephant. Elephant Gerald. I can't believe he's painted her nails green. Fred, he's so dumb. How much money did it cost for Fred to even buy that? Oh no, they probably supplied it. I'm like, whoever he's advertising for probably supplied the banner. A walk-in billboard. Elephant. Put the elephant in the trunk and smoke the cigar. And your mother. And then I love how he writes it down. Do you really think they're going to take your business after you said it, you another one, and your mother? And then he's writing down like they're going to take the order still. They'll be like, screw that Fred Sanford guy. Poor Lamont. Can you imagine being grown up like this? I mean, I've had wacky family members, but he's had a horse. He's had, what else? Now he's got an elephant in the yard. Did he have another animal? I know they had the dog, Chi-Chi. Someone needs to tell Chi-Chi about the pills. But he's got Chi-Chi, the General Lee, Mitzi the elephant. I could have swore there was one more animal they had in this show. Oh, Chico. Chico. Paradise Massage. $15 a day. You got to charge more than that. I know. And to keep it storage for an elephant and feed an elephant. Los Angeles. Share money. Thank you, Mike. You said it right as I was remembering it. That's funny. From bums to elephants to homeless. Hey, remember I told you in the last episode, the one guy in What's Happening was the coach? This guy right here, Mr. Quincy, he was in the episode of What's Happening Now in the mid-'80s. He had a little goatee. And their girl who they just adopted, took care of, Raj's new daughter, she tried to run away. He was in that. So we got two guys in this one who are in What's Happening Now. I know. Mike, if that elephant leaves, you can't just go and expect the thing to come back. Yeah, you're done if that elephant leaves. It's a dog. 3 days. 3 days, Mr. Sanford. I love when he goes, loophole. See, we talked about Fred always has scams. This is a loophole. This actually would have worked, though. But Dan comes back. He comes back. But this would have worked. They had to keep running the circus. Wherever the guy says, hey, it's a circus. That's all you need. It does serve him right. Yeah, that's all Rerun would be doing, Mike. He'd be saying, hey, what kind of circus doesn't have popcorn? He'd be looking for popcorn. He'd be asking Fred for any food. But think of Fred. So you got a junkyard in the day. You're taking care of the elephant all the other times. And then you got a circus at night. Yeah, Esther. Hey, Fred, you fish-eyed fool. Use that elephant to advertise my business. Or my church functions. For free, you're doing it for God. Greatest show in what? And then he's got the lion, the stuffed lion. I can't believe he does that. Yeah, you really think you're gonna pull that off? Now Lamont, he's whipping like Lamont's the lion. Lamont is gonna be, remember jumping out of the cannon and then go across the trapeze act. Look at Fred. Fred's got his gun. He's ready. Can't even get out of his holster. Man, I would be scared to death if I was Lamont and Fred's waving around a gun. He shoots like crazy. He's got a trigger happy finger. I know, not a stuffed. Can you imagine a toy circus? He's got the elephant act. You need a tiger and a bear. He's like, I know, where's he gonna forget the you got Quincy, meet the king of I know, when he says that it's so funny. King of beasts, meet the king of dummies. But forget the animals. Just go with Esther's act, go with Bubba's clown. The elephant will be big enough, right? If you just had an elephant, I'll go watch, and then get Lamont as the strong man. Yeah. Goldstein's like a hole in his hat. And I love that. He's all, Pop, suppose I fall, son. We learn from our mistakes. You really gonna lose your son? That's what I hated with this. Too many times. From the Japanese restaurant to this to season 6 when he wants to be Gray Foxes. Whatever it is, it's always, hey, whatever you want, just do it. Just leave me out of it. The old Lamont would have said, you ain't doing this, Dad. Look at Bubba covered in soap. He wasn't crazy about that hot wax. Can you imagine walking an elephant through a car wash? He could have made a lot of money with this, especially with Esther's act. But see, I know Fred should have charged like 50 cents. Just something. He could have made some money off it. And then maybe as it gets bigger, charge a little more. But it's how long until someone comes and steals Missy the elephant from Fred? Here comes Esther. I thought he was going to say, here comes the king of beasts. Watch it, sucker. Watch it, sucker. I like Bubba's face right here. Look at him. He's all, whatever you want to, Fred Sanford. Bubba's all, I love Bubba. He's all right. I know, Mike. We learn from our mistakes. Did you hear it when Esther says, if you listen to the background, 5,000 volts of ugly, Sherman? But when Esther's all sticks and stones can hurt me, words can never hurt me. You hear a female in the crowd go, "Amen." She yells it in the background, "Amen." Oh, yeah, Mike, that's where Bubba had to go through the car wash with Mitzi. Yeah, will you shut up, clown? There ain't gonna be any profits. Bubba always blows it. Wait, it was St. Louis. It wasn't lip shits. Bubba always talks too much and gets Fred in trouble. You old heathen. Fred doesn't care, right? Oh, Esther just walked in. You're going to get 5,000 volts of ugly. I like Bubba right here. Fred's all, come on, son. You know, I wouldn't let nothing happen to you. Bubba's all, he really means that. No kidding. How to climb into a cannon. See, maybe that guy who's with Mitzi must be the real trainer. Because he's getting Mitzi to lay down and get up. And you can't have no fake trainer with the elephant sitting around all these people. See the guy in the pink shirt? He was in Andy Griffith. Both those two were both in What's Happening Now. I just think that's ironic. They both get speaking parts later on. I love Fred's coat, where he's got his big belly hanging out underneath the jacket. The guys in the background, she'll never forget you. But the guys on the left, they cannot stop laughing. When I watch this with my mom, she always cracks up at those guys because she's like, those kids look like they're having such a good time. Just their background. Look at him. Guy's all pissed. Trying to put my show on, chump. This is so much work. Like, think about it. So he's got 11 clients and it's $15. Is it $15 a month or maybe a week? How much money are you making? And then you got to feed the animal. Look at all this production, that banner, all the stuff. You got to keep the yard clean. That's so much extra work. It's like, I don't think the profits are going to be worth it, Fred. And if he made any money, oh, he's not making any money on the circus. I told you, man, he should have just charged a quarter or something to get them in. And then he could have gave Esther half of that. I love when Esther's all, shave your beard. Those guys are dying, dude. That's pretty crazy. How she could stick it right there on fire. I like Fred. The hottest lips in one. Fred's got a woman on each side of him. They both seem to like Fred. Look at him. Fred's looking back and forth. If you're at the part where Esther's doing the fire act, both women are, one's tapping him, and then he's leaning back and forth talking. Mr. Red Fox, flirtatious. He's trying. That's pretty cool. Lights it from her hand. Even in the show and all the series, that would have been cool if Grady was here. Maybe he was doing his own show at this time. But he was in season 5. Yeah, that would have been cool if they had Grady there. But every time Fred and Esther team up or work together, they always do a great job. From the beauty pageant to where he's trying to investigate Lamont's new girlfriend to this one, they always work so well together. It's a shame. I mean, they have to for the show. But you're like, they could just bury the hatchet. They probably do a lot of things successful. Bubba's such a perfect clown. He looks like he's got the body for a clown. He's got the great laugh. I love Bubba's laugh. Look at him. Yeah. Yes, share money. They do. They have great chemistry. But even when they're not friends, but in the show, you're like, hypothetically, if this was real, if they could see past each other's disagreements, I think they would work so good together. They always do. Bubba. Look at at Bubba laugh. He looks like a little kid too when he's clapping and laughing and celebrating with that outfit. Bubba is so... Leave it to Bubba to always screw it up. Now I'm mad. Now Bubba's mad. Watch out. But see, you got the clown. You got plenty of acts. And this is free. Fred's got plenty. This would be a good... I'd go watch this circus. I know. Fred's face is so close. He's lucky he didn't burn his face. I love this. When he gets Quincy and the guy behind him, watch the guy behind him. He makes a face like he's serious and he starts laughing because all the other guys next to him are busting up laughing. He's trying not to laugh and he's all like that. I love that part because everyone else is cracking up. I bet you that was a one-time take. This actor, Quincy's a good actor. He never breaks character. But the guy behind him, you can see broke character on that. That's so funny. The star act, Mitzi the elephant's a star act. I love this. The circus scene is so fun. 2 weeks. 2 weeks at Muscle Beach. Strange-o. Remember, I would not. If I'm Lamont, I'd rather do the tightrope act with a cord tied to me. So if I fell, I didn't fall all the way off. I am not doing the Strongo. He looks so goofy with the caveman in the blue. He looks so goofy. The guys, look at the guys behind him. They're dying laughing. Nothing, nothing about him looks strong. Oh, you're getting to the best part, Mike. When he throws the water, watch the guy in the pink. When he gets wet, he tries to look mad, and then he sees the other guys laughing, and he starts laughing. I love that part. I like when they talk about his legs and the drumsticks. Hear the guy in the green jacket? He's all, dang. 18 in the drumsticks. So, remember what? Can you imagine if Fred in the one where he's the director, if he got him to say, shipping off to Oxford, Madame Mavi, if he got him to do that, everyone was laughing at him there, and now everyone's laughing at him again. I love that. He says it so loud, the guys behind Fred are laughing. They're busting up behind Fred. He's like, don't worry, it's fake. I love this. 300 pounds, man. Or no, it's supposed to be 600. Lamont doesn't even sell it. He's like... And then he doesn't even sell it. He's all one hand in it. I love this part when he hurts his back. You see Lamont? He's flexing his legs. His 18-inch drumsticks. Dang. No ways. I love this. Because I would be too. I'd be like, oh, I got to sell it. And you get ready to lift it. You act like it. And Lamont can't move it. Look at Lamont. His back hurts. It's only 500. What do you think he can lift 500? See, Mike, that's why I love the circus. Everyone is part of the show. Everyone is funny. Lamont, Fred, Bubba, all the background people, everyone. When he's like, oh, 50 across the chest, the guy's all, dang. Like, everyone really got into this. I love the background in this episode. That's it. I love Lamont's like, I'm done. Watch when he takes out the muscles. The guy in, like, the African shirt, the bald guy. Watch him. He's like, watch his reaction. Right there. Look at him. He's like, what? Those aren't real muscles? It's so funny, dude. Oh, Mike, yeah. When he comes out, watch. Watch when they're announcing the sizes, Mike. The guy's all, dang, oh. I don't know, no Dan. Throw this guy out of here. I'm done with this circus, man. Mr. Quincy's like, there you go. I'm out of here. Esther's like, I like Fred. What am I going to do with this now? Fred's like that. Man, what a fun episode. I wish I could be a background in the circus crowd. I would have been dying like they were. Right there, Lamont should know. Fred's admitting it was a dumb idea and he should have listened. You know Fred is just trying to milk it, trying to trick his son. Talk a little more. Strongo. What a good dad, man. He's so concerned with Lamont, he wants to put the jacket on him. Let's put a jacket on good. Let's take a walk. Yeah. Look at Lamont in that jacket. How much does he have to charge for that? Oh yeah, this would be so fun to do. If I could be, like, there's certain episodes like the game show one where you're a background, remember the crowd's there? They had a blast. Anytime the crowd, the gong show, when you're involved. This one was a fun one. I would love to have been there. Just a background sitting in the circus. Man. Yeah, and see, season 5, I laughed so much at this. And it's like, damn, this show was good. I mean, in the end, this is such a great show where you can pull up any episode, even if it's not the worst episode, is still outstanding. Oh, man. So that's it. I know, Mike, you're still finishing up. Anyone else want to talk about anything, or we done? Yeah, this was a good one, Share Money. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who came. Sometimes we get 10 people. Steinberg and Son. Yeah, that's another one with the crowd. That would have been fun. That would have been. You know what's funny? The Gong Show one. I don't know why I was watching that one. I watched that one the other day, where it's where he gets Rodney to come with him to do the Gong Show. It's like, that's when it's like you feel like, hey, put a little effort in. Oh, Daniel, you got here late. I'm sorry. Yeah, we've already did 2 episodes. We're almost done. We're talking a little bit, but we just got done with The Greatest Show in Watts. I always see, it's like sometimes I forget the titles. I just want to say the circus one. We just got done with Greatest Show in Watts. We watched Fred Has a Baby. Season 5. Man, I love season 5 as much as 3, even though I think 3 is better. I think because 5, 6, and 4, those were the first 3 seasons I watched. Yeah, Steinberg and Son. But in the Gong Show one, if you watch it next time, Hawaii episodes. Oh, that would have been fun to go film at, yeah. Where you got nothing. You can always tell, like you said, George, in the Hawaii ones, you can see that they probably closed off areas because there's all these people outside the closed off areas just watching. You know, I would be there too. I'd be like, oh, dude, that's Sanford and Son. And remember, this is the season 6 beginning, so you don't even, you're like, is this going to be the start of the year? What part of the season is this going to be? And it actually kicked off the season. But in the Gong Show one, when they're waiting, when Rodney's singing after he tried to do himself, Raymond C. Gordon. I'm Raymond C. Gordon. When he has the wig. As Bubba, Fred, and Lamont are standing there like this, and they're kind of shocked and pissed. Right over their shoulder, you see Fred's house. I'm like, come on, guys. Put a little more effort in. It's like you can literally see the Sanford and Son set right behind him. You know, and you're like, dude. That's what I think sometimes in the season 6. I want to say that was 6. I don't remember that being 5. I felt maybe they were kind of lazy at times. But yeah, the earthquake one, Daniel. Yeah, when he goes to Vegas. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's so many people there. It's like nowadays, right, when we see shows, they'll film at night, they'll empty out a mall, or if indoor, they'll empty it out if they're going to do it at night, and no one's allowed. So then they'll hire nothing but extras, right? So we know, hey, everybody there is all fake. They're not staring at the camera. Or if it's outdoors like a scene, they will literally block off a whole block and say, sorry, you know, it's just like construction, and it's all fake. But remember back in the days, in the 60s, the 70s, I don't know, maybe 80s if they did, but you can go watch shows where you knew they would be running down the street, and you would see, if you look far away in the background, people would just be standing there watching. You're like, they're watching because they know something's being filmed and they're not part of the show. So just like you said in Vegas, there are so many people in Vegas when they're in the casino and they're outside and they're just sitting around watching. You can just see them standing there watching and getting a reaction, like when Fred's in the fountain or doing any of that. And I like that more because to me it doesn't cheapen it. Like when I see it, like I don't want to see a scene where like in Commando when Arnold's in the mall fighting all the security guards and doing this ridiculous stuff. Everyone just standing there watching. But in real life, they probably would. They'd be running or watching. But it's to me, it's like in Twins. I think in Twins, when Arnold and Danny are walking, some scenes there's background people far away where they're not walking; they're just standing there watching. So I don't know if they did that or if they just were just watching. But yeah, in the end, I love when they actually have the people do that. Season 5 has a roast. Oh, is that the one with where he gets the trophy and he walks around? Oh, I love the roast episode. So I guess that's it. Thank you guys for everybody who showed up. It's always fun doing these. I try to do them more often, but it's so sometimes I'll film. I'll do Tuesdays every week. Tuesdays breakdown. I'll film it Saturday night because then I got to edit it Sunday, edit it Monday because I coach Tuesday, and there's just it's so hard when when it's like I don't have time to do the full YouTube channel like a lot of guys who are really successful. That's their job. So they got all this. I don't. And I don't have an editor. I don't film it and ship it off or have a family member edit it. I film it. I write all my stuff. I edit all my stuff. And I do everything. And it's a lot of work. So, and like I used to sometimes go, hey, I'll film it Sunday night, edit it Monday, which I would. But then I'm up till 1 in the morning and I got to work next morning. So I'm like, you know what? I got to edit these, film them Saturday, sometimes early Sunday, edit them Sunday night, edit them Monday, and then get it out Tuesday. So that's why some Saturdays I'm like, I work, like next week I work. Can I get there in time? But we always have a good time. I had a great time. I don't care if there was 4 of us, 5 of us, 6 of us. Some weeks we've had 10, some weeks we've had 2. Just share Money and Clyde. It doesn't matter. I have a great time. So I will continue to do these up randomly. Thank you for everyone who couldn't make it. East Coast people, get to bed. And I will see you guys Tuesday. And have a great week. Yeah, Tuesday, another great one. I think this one is, what's the next one? Where it's Lamont, Libra Rising. I believe that's what we're doing. Have a great night, Share Money. Thank you as always. But I think it's Libra Rising. Another one, like I said, I am enjoying doing the breakdowns now. They are so fun. It's almost like we're watching it live because I'm just laughing and freestyling it off of it. Have a great night, guys. Thank you again for joining. We'll see all you guys next time. Peace.